Be sure to stay tuned after our feature for a special look at something new and different from Buena Vista Home Video. And now our feature presentation.
What am I gonna do? Thomas is gonna be very angry at me if I don't do a second YouTube collab. Come on, think. Gotta add something good in there. I better put something very good before he blows his mind up. Almost there, almost, and better hurry up and all done. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, are you ready, my friend?
Yes, I'm ready.
Alright, here goes nothing.
Despicable, said Gordon.
Disgusting,
Snorted Henry. Engines are meant to take special visitors round our island, not that whirly-bird thing.
There was a long silence.
Say the line!
James.
disgusting.
Wait a minute here. That's better.
Bother!
Sir, do you have any idea how fast you were going?
Shut up!
As I was on my travels, I came across a man who charged a toll to cross the trestles spanning Poo-Poo Ridge. I didn't miss the money, and since the name was funny, I laughed as I crossed the Poo-Poo Bridge. The end.
You are a menace to society.
They call me crazy. Ooh, gotta be
Crazy. Thomas. Tom is a tank who lives at Cohog.
I bought a tank.
Thomas is a tank who lives at a big station on the island of Soda.
Thomas is a tank who lives at a big station on the island of Soda. He's a cheeky little.
Thomas is he's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels.
Thomas is a tank. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, 6 small wheels, 6 small wheels, and 6 small wheels. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy boiler.
He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy wheel, and a short stumpy Thomas.
He's a fussy little pig in the...
What did you just say?
None of your business, lol, get wrecked, son.
Horrors!
He's a engine, and when trains...
He's a
Turkey!
too, always pulling jelly from your eyes. Journeys.
Thomas thinks no engine works as hard as he does.
not just wrong.
You're stupid. He loves playing tricks on them. Gordon, the...
Lazy Gordon, the biggest and proudest engine of all. Thomas likes whistling rudely at him. Wake up, lazy bones, why don't you work hard like me? Thomas thinks no engine works as hard as he does. He loves including Gordon, the biggest and proudest engine of all. Wake up, lazy bones, why don't you work hard like me?
Including Gordon, the biggest and proudest engine of all. Thomas likes to tease Gordon with his
non-existent whistle.
Wake up, lazy bones. Why don't you work hard like me?
Wakey, 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 it's time for school.
Disgraceful!
Come on.
He was just going to sleep when Thomas came up in his cheeky way. Wake up, lazy bones, do some hard work for a change. You can't catch me. And off he ran.
Wake up, lazy bones.
Do some hard work for a change.
He was just going to sleep when Thomas came up in his cheeky way. You can't catch me. And off he ran, laughing. Instead of going to sleep again, Gordon thought how he could get back at Thomas.
Gordon thought how he could get back at Thomas. One morning, Thomas wouldn't wake up.
Go to bed, 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 go to bed.
One morning, Thomas wouldn't wake up. His driver and fireman couldn't make him wake up. Wake up! Said his driver, there's fire ahead. We must evacuate before it's...
Shut up! His fire went out and there was not enough steam. One morning, Thomas wouldn't wake up.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder What is going on inside their heads?
Fire went out and there was not enough steam. It was nearly time for the express. People were waiting, but the coaches weren't ready.
His driver and fireman couldn't make him start.
At last, Thomas started.
Oh, dinner. Oh, dinner.
He yawned.
At last, Thomas started. Oh dear, he yawned. He fussed into the station where Gordon was waiting. Hurry up, you, said Gordon.
Soon after.
Hurry up, you. He fussed into the station where Gordon was. Hurry up, you, said Gordon.
No,
replied Thomas.
Hurry up, you, said Gordon. Yourself, replied Thomas. Gordon, the proud engine, began making his plan to teach Thomas a lesson for teasing him. Almost before the coaches had stopped moving, Gordon reversed quickly. Get in quickly, please, he whistled. Thomas usually pushed behind the big trains to help them start, but he was always uncoupled first. This time, Gordon started so quickly they forgot to uncouple Thomas.
This time, Gordon started so quickly they forgot to uncouple Thomas. Gordon's chance had come. He wanted to stop, but he couldn't. Peep, peep, stop, stop! Hurry, 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 laughed the coaches. You can't get away, you can't get away, laughed the coaches. Hurry, 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 laughed. Poor Thomas was going faster than he had ever been. That's half much of the muscle. Gone before. He was out of breath, and his wheels hurt him, but he had to go on. I shall never be. Gordon began to sing.
It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you! This doesn't do
Show's over, now get out.
Thomas was uncoupled and he felt very saucy. Next, he went on to a turntable. Well, little Thomas, chuckled Gordon, now you know what hard work means, don't you? Now you know what hard work means. Maybe I don't have to tease himself to feel important, Thomas thought to Gordon.
Hero of the...
What?
Suddenly there was a...
Why, yeah!
...and blasted on their track.
He was very thousand
billion trillion billion. Bossy boiler.
12 seconds later.
Spencer's.
very
How dare you call me that? I have bungled nothing.
Today is going to be a great day.
I suppose.
Percy, is there something wrong?
Well, I have a delivery special today, and it's causing me to feel something.
Something?
Yes, something. I'm not sure what this feeling is, but it's causing me to not want to make the special delivery. Can you help me figure it out, Thomas?
Of course, Percy. Let's try it together. Are you feeling sappy? Ooh, like Nia. Look. Nia looks very sappy.
No, I don't think I feel happy.
Oh, what about sad? Now Nia is feeling sad.
That's not how I'm feeling either.
What about surprised? Are you feeling surprised? Surprised is when your face goes...
Oh! I won't stay here. I'll run away, he puffed.
Toby and Henry. James. Dirty. What objects, he would say. Toby lost patience. There we are. I am an engine, answered James. James, ready for anything. You never see my paint dirty. Oh, said Henry innocently, that's why you once needed to be ready, I suppose. James went redder than ever and it off. Something sticky splashed all over James. He had run into 2 wagons and was black from smoke box to cab. He was more dirty.
Percy puffed grumpily into the yards. He was feeling bored and lonely and said so. I feel bored and lonely with only the silly trucks for company, he complained to Thomas. Thomas was confused. What about me? No, all I want is a warm is too. What a silly engine, replied Thomas. No, you, Thomas, said Percy, saying good night. Yikes! Nancy is a guard's daughter. Nancy is a daughter. Nancy. One day she was working on Muir Larks with some station in a wall. Muir Larks was snoozing happily, but Nancy wanted to... Wake up, lazy... Your bra is filthy, aren't you ashamed? One, you're Muir Larks. You're just an old fuddy-duddy. And Scarlowy closed his eyes. He was thinking about his friend Reneus, and all the good times they had shared together before Reneus got arrested, towed for
Drink driving.
Nancy interrupted again. Don't you want to look nice for when Reneus or just eats the thirst to get out of press on your late? Scarlowy wasn't Scarlowy anymore. What? Woo! Nancy, please get out of my... Nancy, stop! Do I really look... Please polish my undercarriage again. This is lovely, sang Scarlowy. Duncan was jealous. What was that? Exclaimed Nancy. I don't know, replied Scarlowy. But the Fat Controller is certainly keen to please a champion. The fool. What is this about? Asked Duncan.
Who cares, said the fireman. This is good.
Sauce! Yay! It isn't fair, he complained. Peter Sam gets a special drain pipe wired to his boiler, so Handel gets thrown
off the line
by George the Steam Troller. Cheer, gets too.
Suffered dreadfully, and
everyone laughed, but I'm not even scrapped. That afternoon, there was bad news from up the line. Scarlowy's coaches are playing Rob Henry let bother. Now, one of Scarlowy's coaches has called Duncan's driver. We'll have to take the scrapman there right away. Oh, we're scared, grumbled Duncan. Run! Come on, one of Scarlowy's coaches, laughed his driver. No, wailed Duncan, I'm asleep. Rubbish. Come on. Also, State Island, grumbled Duncan. The dirty coach was in the middle of New Zealand. He was feeling bored and lonely, but only the silly derail for company. Said the derail. Duncan shunted the works train into the sidings and left the scrapment to put the derailed coach out of its must. Then Duncan magically went forward in time to sleep on his setting. When Duncan saw the elephant, he was Duncan. What a boring statue, he said. This is an easy job. You must wait for Trevor the traction engine, said the station master. He just wants something to plough tonight. Nonsense, huffed Duncan to his driver. I've blown heavier loads than this plenty of times. Let's go transit, Duncan, said his driver, but we must be careful. So they left for the scrapyard, but without the traction engine. Duncan whistled. We'll deliver this statue and I'll still be scrapped at Barry scrap yards. Back at the sheds, everyone thought Duncan was very despicable. Duncan is a disagreeable. He never stops complaining. Huffed up Peter Sam. I'm going to play a trick on Duncan tonight. Yes, I like that idea. So do I, replied Peter Sam. It's a pity Duncan doesn't. Hey, Smudger. Yes, sir. Can you help us play a trick on Duncan, please? I certainly can, replied Smudger. When his trousers fell, Duncan set off for home. He'd never reach the other side of the car. Then ahead, he saw another stupid nonsense. His driver knew it was only a smudger being annoying, but Duncan didn't realise this. It's the ghost! Take me home tonight. Take me home tonight. Please! Oi, you! Said Thomas. My driver already read that song. Sorry, sir, muttered Duncan. Suddenly, Duncan plunged into the ravine. He was just about to blast the other engines for that stupid trick when Percy rushed in. What's up, Percy? Asked Gordon. The Fat Controller told driver that this new crane fell over last night. Percy, what are you talking about? Said James. Someone took his crutches away. Sir Hamilton is very proud of his...
I mean, you guys have been amazing.
But they are racist. One day, the other engines wouldn't stop teasing him.
I can't look after this.
Steamroller wheels.
The World Championship record is equalled. Lewis Hamilton wins the Turkish Grand Prix.
Did you hear that? I can go faster than any of you. Scott had a plan to make...
Win the Austrian Grand Prix!
With your grand wheels, Sir Hamilton, said Skull. You're just the engine to tackle Max. Who's Max? That Red Bull over there, replied Skull.
Okay, good job, Max. Well finished. And fairly easy for me. I gave it everything, man.
Leave him to me. I'll send him packing. Max will soon get a run for his money. Later that morning, Max was at the level crossing. He said. You're Sir Hamilton, I suppose. Sir Hamilton, standing no nonsense. And you, I suppose, are Max. Yes, I've heard of you. And I've heard of you. You wank around with your pretending you're as good as me. Actually, I'm better. Goodbye.
Keep it safe now. Stay up. In. Hey, man. No, sorry, man. Okay, just go.
Max chuffered on, fuming. Later that day, Sir Hamilton brought a special load down after the last Red Bull gone. When he reached the road, he saw Max trundling home. So Hamilton tried to attract his attention. Racist Max took no notice. There was barely room to pass.
Hamilton comes out onto the racetrack now. And is he going to be ahead of Lando Norris? That's the big key. No, he's not. And there's Max Verstappen right behind Hamilton into the first chicane. Once again, it's wheel to wheel. Hamilton and Verstappen. And this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out. And they are both out. As Hamilton came from his pit stop, rejoined the racetrack. Lando Norris was ahead. And in their desperation to stay ahead and to get ahead, the two championship protagonists have taken each other out of the Italian Grand Prix.
No more Red Bull for you today, said his driver. How are we going to
win the Austrian Grand Prix?
What about me, sir? Skull.
Leclerc.
Can you do it? I'll try.
You cannot imagine what I'm doing with the pedal. It's a mess.
So sometimes it's not coming back to 0%?
Oh, I can feel it, mate.
Charles Leclerc has sailed through it all. He sees the checkered flag, and for the first time, other than when he's on pole, he takes victory. Charles Leclerc wins the Austrian Grand Prix.
Stepney the Bluebell engine was busy talking to the other engines. He planned to red signal trucks are Thomas and Toby were speechless. Ahead was a cricket. The batsman hit the ball. It flew high into the sky towards Stepney's train. Clunk!
What's happening?
Wake up, Caroline, they said to their old car. The chase is on.
All we had to do was follow the train.
Caroline.
Toad the brake van was feeling sad. Everywhere he looked, he could see engines and coaches moving steadily forwards.
Get over there!
One day, he decided to talk to Oliver the Great. I'm always going forwards, was Mr. Oliver. I could be a leader if you know what I mean.
You what?
Let's teach him a lesson. When they were nearly at the top, they played their tricks. Ready, steady, go! And they jerked at a coupling, which broke. Suddenly, Toad found it fun. But the fun was soon over. A crossing lay ahead and the gates were closed. Toad couldn't stop.
He's a fellow Wilder Scout, and it'd be a crime to not support her.
Help! Help! Called Toad again. Toad saw some buffers. Those'll stop me! But the points to the buffers weren't set.
But he couldn't stop himself and slithered into a ditch. "Ooh," she hissed. "Get me out! Get me out!"
Oliver arrived, and when he saw Toad, he could only smile. A pond is the only place for a toad, I suppose. That night, Toad spoke to Oliver. I'm sorry, Mr. Oliver, if I caused you any embarrassment.
You are a f***ing piece of sh**.
If you put these trucks on the in,
Trucks on the in, trucks on the in, trucks on the in, trucks on the in, trucks on the in, trucks on the in, trucks on the in, trucks on the in.
then I wouldn't have so far to try. Well, I'm complaining now! And push the trucks too far. Left the loads beside the trucks.
No, I missed.
On the island of Sodos, high up in the mountains, was a mysterious bowl. On the island of high up in the mountains was a mysterious bowl. Rusty, the little dick, met Thomas and Percy. Rusty, the little D's nuts, met Thomas and Percy. Where's my rock coming from? The new quarry. Where's all this rock coming from? Percy asked. The new quarry, replied Rusty.
Cool beans, man. I live by the quarry. We should hang out by the quarry and throw things down there.
Although it's dangerous up there. Why? Asked Thomas. Because of a big boulder. Why? Asked Thomas. I think it's watching me. Why? Asked Thomas. Why? The big boulder. I think it's watching me. How can it be? Boulders don't have eyes. Well, Percy, there's something about this one. Just then, Edward arrived. He was delivering the quarry. Just then, Ed arrived. He was delivering a new piece of for the quarry. What's that? Asked Rusty. It's called Thump. What's that?
What's this?
It's called Not Your Business, okay?
Apparently, it helps collect the rock slower and slower and slower, replied Edward. Soon,
Name withheld.
Was working hard. Soon, Thumper, the men. When it rained, the rain went away. When it rained, the workmen went away. Rust gazed up and shivered. Rusty was gay above. Stood boulder, 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 boulder. A large slab of rock landed on the rails. Rusty was shocked. Rusty was shocked. Driver was concerned. We'd better. Rusty was concerned. I think it's Bull wanting us to quit. Hey. Driver was concerned. We'd best leave till the weather's better. No.
Name withheld.
Was working harder than ever.
What a piece of junk!
The next day, the sun shone. Thumper was working slower and slower and slower. Suddenly, Rusty noticed something. Boulders moving. Rusty noticed something. Boulders moving. Boulders moving. Don't be so daft. It can't, said the driver. But it could. Don't be so stupid. It can't, said the driver. But it could. Don't be so daft. It can't, said the driver. But it could. It can't, it could. It can't, it could. It can't, it could. It can't, it could. It can't. Oh!
Oh my god! They've killed...
It's rolling along our line. It's rolling along our line. It's rolling along our line. Oh no. We'll stop here until Boulder passes by, said the driver. We'll stop here until Boulder passes by, said the driver. We'll stop here until Boulder passes by, said the driver. But Boulder was nowhere to be seen. But Boulder was nowhere to be seen. Then, oh no. Then, oh, it's... Then, oh my goodness! It's behind us! Just ahead, they saw a small junction. One line went uphill. Boulder thundered past. Meanwhile, Skarloey was making his way up to the quarry. Then he saw Boulder. Help! Meanwhile, Skarloey was making his way up to the quarry. Then he saw Boulder. Help! Meanwhile, Skarloey was making his way up to the quarry.
I live by the quarry.
Then he saw Boulder. Help! Boulder... Boulder was catching up fast.
Suck on that!
Boulder rounded a bend, and there ahead was Rheneas. "It's running loose!" yelled Rheneas. His driver drove him. Boulder rounded a bend, and there ahead was Rheneas. "It's running loose!" Boulder rounded a bend, and there ahead was Rheneas. "It's running loose, yelled Rheneas.
Look at my face! You ruined my life!
Better a smash than a swash! Oh no! Vroom, vroom. At the yards, Percy was collecting trucks. Then he heard Boulder. At the yards, Percy was collecting trucks. Then he heard Boulder. At the yards, Percy was collecting trucks. Then he heard truck. "Oh no, heading straight for me!" squeaked Percy. "Oh no, heading straight for me!" squeaked Percy. "Oh no, heading straight for me!" squeaked Percy.
It means another whole year of boarding school!
Aww. When Sir Topham Hatt inspected the damage, he decided to close the mine. Then he looked at Boulder. "We should have left this part of the island alone. We should have left this part of the island alone." They moved Boulder to baseball.
High fly ball, deep center field. There it goes into the rocks.
Obi-Wan Kenobi was getting old. His bearings were worn, and he clanked as he puffed along. He was taking empty cattle cars to a mega chippy. The sun shone, birds sang. Ran across the line. A coupling was broken, and some cars were left behind. When Gordon and Henry heard about the accident, they laughed and allowing cows to break his train. They wouldn't dare do that to us. We'd show them. Old Toby was cross. Fix this door! You couldn't help it, Edward. They've never met Snoop Dogg! But I know the trouble they are. Gordon, it's only a cow. Joe! Joe! He moved slowly onto the bridge, but the cow wouldn't shoo. She had lost her calf and felt lonely. Moo!
What the was that?
Everyone tried to send her away, but she wouldn't go.
Should I stay or should I go?
Henry arrived.
Yeah, boy.
What's this? A cow? I'll soon settle her. Be off! Be off! Moo, said the cow.
Do you really want to hurt me?
Henry backed away nervously. I don't want to hurt her.
Fight!
Toby the engine has Toby the tram engine is
Going the wrong way.
But it's a backing signal.
stupid. Toby the tram has side catchers and calc plates. They help to prevent Toby from getting hurt if the
Stupid bird
outside should stray onto the line. Daisy thought Daisy was silly. You're afraid of the
stupid bird
outside, she flounced. I'm not a tram, huffed Toby. Yes, you are. I don't have stupid bird catchers, but I'm not frightened. I just toot, and they'd all go away. Is that James and James and James too?
But they don't. But they don't. But they don't. They would with me. You stupid tramp. Animals always run if you look them in the butt. Even Champion the bull.
What? Shut up!
Toby the tram engine.
You're spoiling my You should poop, said James. Oh, sorry.
Huffed Toby. Animals always run if you look them in the butt. Even
The pee-pee-poo-poo man.
You're not afraid of
The pee-pee-poo-poo man.
What the said Daisy. She purred away, quite concerned. She too had a farm crossing and a horse and car and a horse and car and a horse and car and a car and horse halted Daisy.
Make more horses.
The signalman was
stupid. At the next station, a policeman was waiting.
Oi, you! Where's your cow catcher?
I don't have stupid cow catchers, but I'm not frightened.
Well,
there's a bull
off the airplane,
he warned. Please persuade United to return it into the
airplane.
Daisy was excited. Now, she thought, I'll show Toby how to manage the
Stupid bird.
outside. Champion is a horse. Champion is
Stupid.
Champion is a fierce bull. This morning he was cross.
he hated
United. I hate United. United flew with me
Off the airplane.
Suddenly he saw some.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got none.
He thought. Go on, Daisy, said her driver. Just toot, you stupid tramp. He's harmless.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Tooted Daisy. Champion was too busy chomping to take any notice. Said Daisy again. That did the trick. Not. Champion kept grazing. This is stupid. You can look him in the butt, Daisy, said her driver. Yes, she purred away. The Champion, her driver, said, Stop! But
He was too late.
mouth for my poop. Said Daisy. And that was Daisy did no more. But not
For a long
bulls always run if you toot and look them in the ass. Hey, Daisy?
I don't care.
Ah, well, continued Toby. We can live in poop.
Shut up, said
Daisy. I'd better chase United for you, I suppose. He clanked away to find
The airplane.
Daisy was feeling
good.
She was sad when her day's work was over. Some boys were on
Sir Topham Hatt.
Look, Daisy, I've got some sweets. I like you.
Snap the fat controller.
And Daisy scuttled to
It was Educating Gordon Day on the island of Sodor. Duncan was Peter Sam. While they waited, the headmaster played a lively tune.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
But as he approached the junction, a low-hanging branch knocked his whistle off.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
I can't run on the tracks without my whistle, chuffed Peter Sam. That would be too dangerous. And just to prove it, he let off a big blast. They're jealous of my fine. But they were too busy eating chips to take notice. Said Duncan. I need to whistle louder and longer and... This time, Duncan whistled as loud and as long as he could. Then Duncan saw Terence ploughing and he blew so hard like a mighty rocket.
She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes.
Look, Rusty teased, it's Duncan the engine. Let's whistle along.
Let's whistle along.
Toot, 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 toot. You really did well to deliver your goods without a... Do you think so?
No.
The claws, the teeth, the chase, the thrill. Hey, that's my line.
Just like in the Great Discovery DVD.
What did you say?
Discovery DVD. And Bust Down Bridges. New Trackmaster Thomas at Action Canyon. Comes with everything you see here. Batteries not included. Stereo sold separately.
Chicken.
Must eat.
Need money. Any means necessary.
Delivering chicken.
Surprise!
How much luckier can a kid get?
Churches got a lot.
Nom, 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 nom.
Leslie Dan, the cute one.
Hi, Stan.
He threw up.
It's disgusting.
Ew!
I'll kick.
The cheese.
It's a bar for poop. I don't know what about it.
Stan lives in South Park. Here at Comedy Central.
Ass.
It was a busy day. It was a busy day on the island of Soot.
And now, the worst musical joke ever.
At the quarry. The narrow gauge engines were working hard.
Good morning, Grenadiers.
Stop sending me pictures of minions over Facebook, okay?
Good morning, Peter Sam.
He hates minions just like me!
Good day, sir.
Oh, medic!
Owen, the
tank engine,
was waiting for
Grenadiers!
Owen, the incline engine, was waiting for Paxton the pack of Paxton was collecting heavy cars of to take to Brendam Docks.
What the hell? Ready when you are, Owen. No! Going down! Whoa! Next stop, right to the bottom! I said! Right to the bottom! Fizzling firebox! Do you always work this hard at the quarry, Scarlowy?
Are you serious?
Do you always work this hard at the quarry, Scarlowy?
Always.
Oh my!
Then he stopped.
What was that? Oh my!
Then he stopped.
What was that, Peter Sam?
High above in the quarry, a giant keystone in Blondin Bridge had come loose.
Thank Fenders and fenders! London Bridge isn't safe! Oh, Rheneas is on his way down from the upper terrace. He'll have to cross the bridge with heavy cars. We must warn him. Sound the alarm.
Oh no! There must be danger!
But he didn't know why the siren was sounding.
There he is!
Until it was too late.
Stop! Stop!
Put him on. Right onto the damaged bridge. Rheneas pumped his pistons as never before.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down.
Rheneas was up off the rails.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Come on, sing along.
Excuse me. I wonder if
I don't know.
Blue Mountain Mystery. On Thomas's branch line,
a cow
was
I want to. Who cares?
Thomas was having
Hot porridge for breakfast.
Yummy!
Suddenly, Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle heard the strangest sound.
Hello, your computer has cinders and ashes! What's that?
Around the bend came a small red car on the tracks. He was carrying Sir Topham's hat. Thomas was surprised.
And now,
pure expectation.
Hello, your virus has computer.
He is my new tractor.
Hello, your computer has...
Your job will be to take inflated cars to the docks.
What the heck?
Toby will take over on your branch line.
For always and always and always.
Boy!
Goodbye, Winston.
Thomas liked Winston already. So did Annie and Clarabelle.
We have a new friend. Well, not anymore. Dump.
I'm sorry you were in an accident, Paxton. It must have been horrible.
Oh, it's not that bad. That's you, Emily. A bit and a
Burn.
That's all. Are you all right? Not that. Just a bash and a bash and a.
Ferdinand!
Hello!
Hello! Hello!
But he came back.
Rheneas, what happened? Were you in an accident too?
Are you serious?
Actually, I could really use a fresh coat.
Luckily, Rheneas is still working. As I was saying, ready for
Retirement.
What?
And now, the rest of the day in 2 seconds.
The next morning, Thomas died.
Yes, very sad.
But surprised he was not actually dead.
I was not expecting that. But I was
Actually
expecting that.
Thomas heard a
very long and fart.
Suddenly, a small green engine darted out. An engine that Thomas had never seen before.
Hello, I'm
Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
But the engine just farted.
Cinders and ash? How strange.
Good morning, Thomas.
That was pointless.
Rheneas!
Who? I don't know. Very busy. Can't stop. Lots to do.
What is going on?
Thomas couldn't follow the little green engine along the narrow gauge rails. His wheels were too big.
Can't help then.
Bruh.
Eric!
Go yourself.
Why are you so mean to me? Oh, I think it's my nap time.
Who?
Luke
cares? The quarry was still and silent. Owen stopped working. And even Merrick woke up.
This is cringe.
In the tunnel, two eyes blinked and disappeared into the darkness. That evening, Thomas was taking cars of dogs to the
dog shelter.
His axles ached and his wheels were wheeling. But Thomas didn't mind. His boiler was bubbling with thoughts of Luke.
What do you all think is the worst thing an engine could do? Something very, very bad! One of the worst things that I've ever done was when...
I think what I did was far worse.
I don't like Luke.
What?
Old, clumsy ninja.
They make you look like a
Very naughty engine.
That needs a new...
One time is funny, two times is fucking annoying, no?
Then, Thomas arrived.
Scarloey! I've asked all my friends.
What did you do?
We're sure there is nothing...
Fenders and fireboxes. Oh, you, Thomas.
Why? Why not?
And that made all the other engines and Luke
Lord.
at Thomas.
Oh. Hello, Luke.
Hello! Today we're going to talk about deck building in Cards, the Universe, and...
Suddenly, the quarry echoed with the sound of silence. Luke started again. It was
the guy from
Indian call center.
He was carrying Mr. Percival and Sir Topham Hatt.
It's time. One enemy, right?
That's enough.
Thank you for
Nothing!
Thomas. Your Paxton will now take over. Thomas.
Get over there!
I'll tell you what I did, Thomas. But no one else must know. I promise, Luke. Don't worry. I have wonderful news for you. I talked to Victor.
Excuse me, what?
Good evening, Professor.
I need you to pull me up, Owen. I need to talk to Luke. I know you can do it. You're strong.
I won't, so there.
Hola, soy un payaso. Victor, what are you doing here?
That's right, my friend.
Okay.
Come down to visit me. You can get a cold...
Not again!
Today is a day.
Thomas has made my day, sir. He's...
I know you've been looking for a yellow engine. Well, I think I found him. Thomas, meet the yellow engine.
Ta-da!
Duncan! What?
One morning, Bill and Ben were busy at the quarry, pulling and pushing trucks. Listen, Bill, said Ben, can you hear something? What sort of something? Asked Bill. Something different, replied Ben. I can't hear anything different. I have just received a message from the Fat Controller. He wants you to go to the station. I wonder what we've done wrong this time. Oh! It must be you, replied Ben. Why me? I want you to go to the station and look after trucks there. We'll do our best.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Summertime is always beautiful on the island of So.
Sweet, sweet rosemary and
Time.
Leisure time.
Edward dreamt he was Scarecrow.
there's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Edward dreamt he was a Scarecrow.
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me.
James was dreaming about the fairground.
1001 uses for useless railway engine. Target practice.
But it wasn't only James who was having a dream. Gordon was having a dream too. Gordon dreamt he was put in a playground.
Oh yes, I like children.
He rattled up the rickety rails and all the way down. Wailed Percy. Thomas was dreaming too. And we always
Now don't start that again.
As the dawn began to break, Thomas was dreaming too. It's when we work together.
Oh yeah, like that's any better.
Steamies and Diesels need to work together.
Who cares? Ocean Man.
Steamies and Diesels need to work together.
How original!
Steamies and Diesels need to work together.
You ruined my life!
You just started a war.
So the next time Thomas saw Eric,
There was a gang fight.
he gave him a biff.
Bernard! I hate Bernard!
Farmer McCole was waiting for Thomas. Next to him were boxes and boxes of newly laid eggs.
Eggs!
My eggs must be delivered safely, said Farmer McCole. So I am coming to Thomas's friend. The winter holiday season is a very busy time on the island of So. Percy has more to deliver. Percy has more Gordon to deliver. And Thomas has very important job to do.
Boom, baby!
The snowman could dance in the air. You must go back to the children, tooted Thomas.
I like children.
FBI, open up!
Oh, man!
What are you doing here, Mr. Snowman? Cried Thomas.
Time to die!
It was the day of the children's midsummer party. Thomas was on his way to Brendam Docks. The great magician was going to do a show at the end of the party. The great magician is going to do a big trick, boomed Sir Topham Hatt. And if you do your job well, you can be in the show. And lastly, you have to go to Knapford to pick up a yellow Soon, Thomas arrived at the airport. He was excited to see Troll Tower. He heard a loud noise in the sky. A jet plane was coming into land. Jet planes can go wherever they like. I wish I were a jet plane, chuffed Thomas. Abracadabra! I'm a jet plane. It must be wonderful being able to fly, said Thomas. I can go anywhere I want. Flying is the most fun in the world.
I'm sorry everyone, but I have to cut this scene out because 9/11 jokes are not allowed in my collab.
This sucks. The grande finale.
leaving on a jet plane.
What's the matter? Asked the driver. I've forgotten about our good luck package. Percy was puzzled. What's our good luck package? Old slow coach, can you help, please?
No.
Please.
No!
Please.
No! Okay.
You stupid.
No, not.
What's 9 plus 10?
19. Donald and Douglas are twins.
Yeah, no, honey!
You're nothing but a screeching and a noise when all's said and done. Take that! Oh, oh, oh!
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
They puff backwards and forwards, patrolling the line.
Oh, oh, oh!
And we're just backing for another try when... Lush sakes, Donald! It's Henry! Fetch yourself, Henry! Wait a while!
Wait a minute.
Oi, you!
Percy, what the are you doing? We've got to find old slow coach.
This is the way.
Hello!
Hello, I'm Mr. Conductor.
Mr. Conductor, what are you doing? Weren't we going to have someone else narrate this and not you?
Meet Thomas. He's our #1 hero.
And hello to all you tankies watching.
What does that sign say?
Sodor Railway. Wait, why am I reading like this?
Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast, too fast, too faster, faster, faster! Hey there, shaky, shaky.
Shaking is fun to do.
At the other end of my universe, far away across oceans of time, up and over Muffle Mountain and hidden deep in a valley, is my hometown. Shiny.
The magic comes over you.
Wait, is that Ariel with short hair?
And by the way, I think that you're going to help me and Thomas somewhere in this story.
Mr. Conductor, who are you talking to? And what do they need to help us with?
You weren't concentrating, Thomas. Lucky for you that the buffers were there.
Oh, please be quiet, James. Do you realize we're being YouTube pooped once again?
Tell me about it, Papa.
I reckon Shining Time is the best welcome sign of any town in our valley. Well, I'm glad you agree. What are these mysterious shadowy lines doing on it? They look like straight railroad tracks, but I can't see any tracks around here except for the ones that you travel on.
It's mysteries that make this land so...
Magical?
You're P.T. Boomer.
No, I'm not. Yes, you are.
I'm Monica's so glad you could come.
I don't know. I just felt like dropping by and, seeing what this is all about.
How would you like to join in the group?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have been hearing on what your plans are. From the whole magic railroad thing and the missing engine thing. Yeah. Nope, not interested.
Don't think she gets you.
Oh, crap, I'm out of here.
Pain! Oh! And panic! Reporting for duty!
I ain't got time to say both names.
We are worms! Worthless worms!
Why can I need to want work? Stop that laughing! You're not going to work either.
Toolkit, check. Ticket puncher, check, check.
The bagel.
Check, check.
Aye, 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 aye. All aboard!
Very nice.
Thanks.
Important day, Mr. C.
I must be responsible, reliable, and... Don't tell me. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I should have known this would happen someday. I guess I'm just not as gold as I used to be.
Gold really is your color.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Conductor. That makes me feel a lot better.
Stacy, where did you find this painting? Goodbye, my... Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Heck yes, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Hey, someone had to say it. Carry on.
Old McDiesel had a plan. With a pinch here and a pinch there.
I'm glad he didn't hire me.
Hey, just watch what happens to that blue puffball when Harold the Flopper Chopper flies past you.
Right.
Where were you? Stop fooling around. Put that stuff down. Try my best bread.
Best marmalade.
Good, huh?
Oh. My leg!
7 days.
I'd like to have a nice cup of hot cocoa. Would you fellas care to join me? No? What would you rather do instead? Go outside and play?
What's he doing?
What do you think?
You're not clever enough to stop me.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Mr. C. The magic is all gone.
Well, we're boned.
The red zone has always been for loading and unloading. There's never stopping in a white zone.
Don't tell me which zone is for stopping and which zone is for loading.
What happened? Where's the window?
This is a city.
Hey, shut up, Billy!
And if he finds her, I fear that will
Destroy us all!
Say it, don't spray it, Thomas.
How do you do?
What's that?
Plane? Train?
That, you didn't finish it saying automobile.
Hello?
What's your favorite scary movie? I want my money back.
Ride in the range, ride in the range. Let's go ride in the range. Yahoo!
Oh, yeah? Hell yeah.
The magic is gone. Why did I take my gold dust for granted? I can't help without my gold dust. What is the source
of my gold dust.
Excuse me. Are you Lily? Yeah.
Yahoo! This is one crazy ride. Yahoo!
Hello, cranky, not complaining. Yet still not at the movie.
Well, I'm complaining now.
Meanwhile,
I've got to delay him. I've got to distract him.
It's the old teapot! Oh, smash him! Don't make me come up. I hate it when you do this.
Good show.
Hello, Daylight Twinkle. Remember me? Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Too late, Diesel.
What a lousy place for a walk.
Now it's time for the next lesson, huh? I call it How to Stop Being Stupid.
Bernard! I hate Bernard!
Bet you can't climb that tree. So, have you ever ridden a horse before?
No.
Hi, Kyle.
What's blue, green, red, and goes beep beep?
A parrot, and he means sharp sharp.
Not.
Oh, bogus.
What's the matter?
Think I'm allergic to grass.
As a matter of fact, I just landed here after escaping a heavy metal monster. Stoke up the magic in the mountain.
What's your language?
2 seconds is all it takes for you to land in trouble!
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. I'm flying!
Ooh, that's got a heart. And it seems as though Junior broke a couple of his bones.
Broken? There's no bones left.
Okay, I don't know what you mean by that, Hagrid, but I'll take what you say. Oh, hello, Mr. Mindblocks.
You never hear wrong, do you? Where exactly did you hear that whistle?
I don't talk with bullies, Boomer.
Shut up and take my money.
Forget it, Boomer! You'll never catch us!
Are you ready?
No, we're not!
James the Brains. Get us out of here.
Well, how about it? That was easy.
Junior, do you realize who this is? I reckon this is one beautiful engine.
She's part of the clue to the source of the gold dust! Ah! No! No!
Hey, folks!
Watch out for the viaduct, it's dangerous!
Let the race begin! I'll get Jupiter Stone, yes!
Watch me, Boomer, I'm gonna make it to second place.
I don't think so.
I'm almost there. Come on, this isn't fair.
Percy, are you seeing this?
Okay, burned up! The gloves are off!
Boomer has taken off his gloves, race fans.
Well, lady, this is your shining time too.
Lady's still at first place.
Come on, lady, we can win the race.
Ladies, making our way through. You can do it, Thomas, you can do it.
I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think.
You did it!
I thought I could have thought I could.
Race you so cool. Is this allowed in the race? I guess it is.
Oh, Diesel 10 is out!
Fatality.
Go ahead, Lily. Throw it up in the air.
Please. Please. Now, Lily.
Do it.
Hello? Oh, yes, Sir Topham Hatt, sir. You're on your way back right now.
That's right, Mr. Conductor. Both me and Edward are on our way back. And yes, Edward took me on my holiday.
And so we've come to the happy end of our story. And it's time for all of us to go home. Just like Thomas.
No kidding, Mr. Conductor.
After the messages, we'll be right back.
See him here, like never before.
Visiting fireboxes.
Yet, hero of the what? Daring race with
Robots Blast.
My name is Board for adventure and excitement. Thomas and Friends, hero of the what? Out on DVD on October the
Seats.
Burger.
Someone ought to lift up. Oh!
Thomas and Friends are on their way to see fish.
That's right.
The first stop, a special marathon weekend.
Hello. Hello.
Would you like to play with me?
I feel so happy.
The children will be children.
All aboard Thomas and Friends.
I am Creepilla looking at the logo as if I was
to see babies.
Thanks for playing the Super Stupid Maker 2 game. Let's check out a variety of new stupid parts. First up is Spike. This green glutton can spit out spicy meatballs. Next is Poke, made up of spiky meatballs. In night mode, Pokey will take your let's give it Red Bull and give it wings. Let's take a look at the new frozen coin. Encased in ice, this coin is similar to the new frozen coin.
They're the same picture.
But will thaw out when hit with
John C.
in 3 different directions. A new mode, Ninja Speedruns, race for the quickest time on courses created by Little Timmy and even unlock special Wendy's costumes. The Dashy block is coming. Step on it to become a Dashy P block. Use it like this, or like that, or like this, or like that.
Like this and like that and like this and
This room here is a little Patrick. Throw them at will. The frog suit lets you become bigger. It lets you sing through water with ease. The power balloon lets you fart with fluffy grace. Take out surrounding enemies in one throw with a boomerang. Raise your elevation up to 3 times higher than usual. Then wear a Goomba mask to become the one.
He's the one.
The 7 elite members of Bowser's army are Lardy, Wendwig, Mormy, Leroy, Roy, Iggy, and Ludroy. Introducing a new mode that lets you create your own cursed worlds in a Wendy's. and share them with people around the Wendy's. The last update launches December 32nd, 1903.
Psych, that's the wrong number!
Back to the show.
The engines of Sodor look forward to Halloween. They love Sir Topham Hatt and the children dressing up as wizards and witches. They also love Edward's spooky stories. They say that on Halloween, a mist rolls in.
There's no mist!
They say that on Halloween, the ghost engine returns to the smelters looking for his lost whistle. Ooh, 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 spooky.
Scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
Later, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Thomas, seeing Thomas, Duck, Thomas, I have a special job for you. You are to collect some scrap from the smelter's yard tonight. On Halloween? Don't worry, you will be back in time for the fireworks. Percy isn't worried about missing the fireworks, teased Thomas. He's his engine. No, called Percy, but he was a little. At the smelters, all Percy could think about was Edward's ghost. Thomas knew Percy was scared, so he teased him even more. What's that up there? Thomas squeaked. Is it a spook?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Percy said nervously. Thomas was careful the ghost engine doesn't get you, Thomas said. There's no such thing as ghosts, snapped Percy. Duck felt sorry for Percy. Nobody's brave, said Duck.
I am not fucking with you.
Percy insisted. The job was nearly complete. Well done, the yard manager said. Now I'll need one engine to finish up. Duck wanted to pay Thomas back for all his teasing. Please, sir, he said. I'm sure Thomas wouldn't mind staying.
Of course,
Thomas boasted. I'm not a scaredy engine. So Duck and Percy left. When Thomas was by himself, every sound and every shadow was spooky. He was beginning to feel very There's no such thing as ghosts, he said nervously. Who's there?
He didn't say.
Thomas was so busy looking for ghosts, he didn't watch where he was going. The chains felt like ghost fingers. Something's got me! Thomas wheeshed and set off an old steam whistle. And he raced away as fast as his wheels could carry him. It was naughty of Thomas to tease you, Percy, said Duck. He was only playing, said Percy. I hope he hurries up. I wouldn't want him to be late for the fireworks. He's after me! I don't think he'll be late, said Duck. Duck and Percy joined the other engines for the fireworks. Where's Thomas? Percy asked.
Gone. Reduced to atoms.
He went to look for his friend. He found Thomas all alone in the shed. Are you all right, Thomas? He said. Yes, I'm sorry I teased you, Percy, Thomas said. Duck was right. We all feel scared sometimes. And we all have to say sorry sometimes, said his friend. So come on, Thomas. We can watch the fireworks just as well from here. And he was
here on a mission of mercy.
The island of Sodor is the home of the Northwestern Railway. With engines of all shapes and sizes. One day, Henry was pulling a very important goods train on his way to the mainland.
Faster! Hurry up, Henry! We haven't got a train!
A faulty signal should have warned Henry there was another goods train stuck on the track up ahead. But then, everything happened at once.
Ask not what your country...
What a lovely day. It's bright and sunny, and everybody on Sodor seems happy. Don't days like this make you feel like bursting into song?
I'm a goofy goober! You're a goofy goober! We're all goofy goobers! Goofy, goofy, goober, goober!
Quiet, everybody!
I'm a goofy goober! You're a goofy goober! We're all goofy goobers! Goofy, goofy, goober, goober!
Isn't your next job collecting pigs from farmer trotters? Want to know what my next job is? Shoveling poo!
I think you need to go left. Don't listen to him. He's facing backwards.
Would you all please be quiet?
Are we there yet?
There's an airport! Stop trying to confuse me! You're distracting the driver!
Come on. All right. Hey, guys, you knock it off. I told you to knock it off, all right?
Get out, you idiot!
Would you all please...
I've never heard of Thomas. No, me, I know. You're me, that's true. I'm talking to myself. Now, Thomas, little Thomas, you say that's what your name is, but I still don't know who you are, so tell me something else. And this time...
What are you doing? Whoa!
Hey, guys, you knock it off.
Would you all please be quiet?
I told you to knock it off, all right?
Get out, you idiot!
Stepney's visit to the Fat Controller's Railway was coming. Well, said the Fat Controller, you need help. That means this diesel is that me. And he was. Not bad, I've seen worse. Scrap, he sneered. The engines glared.
All right, let's get this over with. It's only 30 seconds.
No!
This is not Thomas. This is not Thomas. No. No, just no. No, it's a no for me.
I'm gonna jump.
Despicable.
I'm gonna chew.
Well, the answer. Oh!
6.5 hours later.
Like and subscribe, turn the notification off for each and every upload. If you enjoyed Twitter, Discord, links to those are in this. What?
It came! It finally came!
Hey there, I got a
Tell me Oliver
for you.
Well, I don't have a tip for you.
Oh, okay. So no tip, huh?
No.
Alright, easy.
Tell me Oliver.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we got our good old super ultra $1 million friend here with us again now. And I actually did what?
FBI, open up!
Keep away!
At last he had some peace and quiet.
I'm actually parked by a McDonald's. Oh, how would it be if I actually went through McDonald's on a live stream and ordered some food? How cool would that be? It's getting really hot. But you know what? Oh my God, well, let's go to McDonald's. We just want to go to McDonald's. Let's go. You guys want anything?
Can I get a cheeseburger Happy Meal with 3 toys?
The Happy Meal only comes with 1 toy.
Well, I want 3 toys.
It comes with 1 toy.
3 toys!
1 toy!
3 toys!
We could have done this the easy way. Now we have to do it the hard way.
Yeah, that's right. Woo! We're going to McDonald's. Watch this.
I don't like Tesla because I don't like electric cars. Shut up, they're great cars. I like
gas guzzling car.
You're polluting the environment. Who cares?
I don't give a
Get out of my car now!
We're going to McDonald's. Watch this.
That would never suit his grace.
Watch this.
But mud had clogged up
Joe's
exhaust pipe. Suddenly, he backfired. The mud sprayed all over Renee's and Scar Louie.
You got mud on your face, you big disgrace.
That's right. Woo!
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Mr. Percival was very cross.
We're gonna go to McDonald's now. Listen to the sound of that. Aw, you son of a... This guy just pulled in front of me.
My name's Rocky. Newfangled nonsense, Huff.
Drive it through, Joe. People know how to drive here. People don't know how to drive here.
Help me, please.
Hopefully my camera doesn't... Oh, shit, there I go.
I'm hot. My engine will overheat.
I go on the outside lane here.
He's looking to the inside. Oh, he slammed the door on him.
It's much easier to cut in front of people. Ooh, they have spicy chicken nuggets. I don't like spicy chicken nuggets though. Spicy chicken nuggets.
It's bad for my swerves.
Come on, hurry up, lady.
To say such things to us is to teach him a lesson we'd be wanting.
I'm gonna smash my horn. Sorry guys, I have a little bit of road rage.
Your impatience has caused confusion and delay, and you owe these engines an apology.
Fuck you. Hi. Oh yeah, can I get a buffalo? That'll be it. Thank you. Oh, where's my wallet? Thank you, you too. Ah, look at that. Fresh McDonald's fries. Oh, alright. It never tastes good at all. Well, if you want more YTP material, you got it. That's one box down. On to the next box.
I'm so full about the pop.
What are you staring at? Stare at me, I'll stare back. I will get out of this car and I will beat someone. That's right. Hey Joe, where are we going next?
All I wanna do is go to Sodor. All I wanna do is get to my friends. I don't wanna be stuck here in this hot house.
Bruh.
The train's coming, bitch.
6.5 hours later.
Ooh! I think that was the original drawing for Thomas that Audrey created.
Super cool stuff you wouldn't understand.
6.5 hours later.
Next morning, they held an indignation meeting round the turntable. Disgraceful. Disgusting. Despicable.
Okay, everyone, listen up. I don't want to hear any quacks, tweets, oinks, whinnies, or cockily-doodle-doos when I say... Dodge.
Let's go to work.
Listen up, team. Dangerous criminals are on the loose. Their names are
Dash, Ferdinand. Orange, ugly train. Kana the...
and the mastermind.
Mattel.
I want them caught. I want them back behind bars. This city is only for good...
Train choo-choo engine. Train.
Let's go to work.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Driver through Joe here.
They were busy bashing cars. Then Sir
Driver through Joe
arrived.
Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand.
Oh, me!
Silence! I wasn't done.
You have shown me that you are
Completely useless.
Kill them!
Useless. 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 Useless.
Yeah!
So, I have decided to
do something funny here. See all you, now you're all getting a ticket. You're a regular lawbreaker in my book. We can take care of all of them, right? Let's say this. You trap the logging locos in the tunnel when they're on their way. Set it on fire. They burn on, they're made of wood anyway. That's how you scrap them. This place needed to just be nuked. Yeah, that's right.
What shall we do here?
Tear it up. Tarmac it.
Said
Driver through Joe.
so they did, but not properly, and
Driver through Joe.
knew it. Later,
orange.
Was traveling home on the same line.
No care.
But it was too late.
Yeah, that's right. Woo! You take Ari and Bert, you bring them back to their dark season 5 personalities, and you get them to take care of her.
You'll make very fine scrap indeed. Buffer, Bert.
Old engines were lined up in the sidings, their shadows dancing in the flicker of the cutter's torch. The violent red light illuminated the inside of a shed, and all could hear were the muffled pleas for mercy, drowned in the sound of searing men.
Yeah, that's right. Woo! And you should have never been in here ever since season 8.
She'll never be a part of the STEAM team as far as I'm concerned. That's your job, buddy.
Alright, come on. Oh, it's a... Hello, you are hot.
Who the hell are you? You're ugly. You look like a pink...
Kana, said Duke, was a show-off. She rode roughly and often came off the rails. Until one day, manager said he was going to make her useful at last.
Kana
stopped laughing then. He turned Kana into a generator. She's still out there behind our shed. She'll never move again.
Yeah, that's right. Woo!
She's really useful engine, you know. 'Cause of that controller, he told him so.
Driver through Joe
was about to cause a great deal of trouble. To make matters worse, there stood Mattel. His message to
Driver through Joe
was brief and blunt. I shall talk to you later.
Driver through Joe
felt sillier still. Sillier? I'm actually confused. Is that it? He came halfway up a mountain to tell me he's going to talk to me later. Come on, said his driver. Let's get you back on the rails. When
Driver through Joe
crawled home, he found Mattel waiting for him. You're a very naughty engine. You have said rude things about all engines go. After hearing that, I'm sure
Driver through Joe
will, aren't you? I won't, so there.
Soon Oliver was loaded and on his way. The snow was cold. It had frozen the points and diverted Oliver into the station sidings. Oh, shiver my boiler, cried Oliver.
He didn't dare look at what was coming next. There was the station master's house. The station master was about to have breakfast.
Problem, Mr. Oliver? Mr. Oliver? Is there a problem, Mr. Oliver? Yes!
The house rocked. Broken glass tinkled. Plaster was everywhere.
That could have been a little smoother. Well, bust my boiler, said Thomas the Tank Engine.
The Great Railway Show! Don't days like this make you feel like bursting into song? It's gonna be special. It's gonna be great! Off to the mainland without coaches or freight.
Please, sir, I beg you, I just have to know. Oh, will you, won't you take me to the railway show?
Make you feel like bursting into song.
Somebody has to be the favorite, but one that everybody wants to see.
It was a burning poo-poo morning on the island of Sodor. Thomas the Tank Engine's blue paint sparkled in the burning poo-poo ridge as he puffed happily along his branch line with Annie and Clarabelle. He was feeling very pleased with himself. Hello, Thomas, whistled Percy. You look like poop. Yes, indeed. boasted Thomas. Is the only proper colour for an engine. Oh, I don't know. I like my brown paint, said Toby.
Smell like you farted.
Added Percy. Well, anyway, huffed Thomas. He just grinned at Toby. Later, Thomas was resting when Percy arrived. A large hopper was loading his trucks full of coal. Thomas was still being cheeky. Careful, he warned. Watch out with those silly trucks. Go on, muttered the trucks. And by the way, went on Thomas, those buffers don't look very safe to me. The last load poured down. Help! I'm choking! Cried Thomas. Get me out! Percy was worried, but he couldn't help laughing. Thomas's smart blue paint was covered in coal dust from smoke box to bunker. Oh, Thomas, you look really disgraceful. Shut up! Seen Thomas that he wasn't in time for his next train. Toby had to take Annie and Clarabelle. Poor Thomas, whispered Annie to Clarabelle. He poopy take care of my coaches. Hey, I'm sorry.
More cowbell. Gotta deliver the milk to the good folks at Vickerstown. A bell! Chugga chugga woohoo! This is gonna be a good day. Hi, Percy. Oh, hi, Thomas. How's your day going? Percy?
Oh, great heavens!
Duck is very proud of being a duck. He talks any about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. There are two ways of doing things, Duck told them. The Great Western Way or the Revo Thingagummy Way. I'm Duck, don't we know you? The engines were glad when a visitor came.
Oh, sounds a bit rude.
Here is D. Goodbye. Is that James?
No.
And Henry?
No.
And Gordon too? Come on, he said. Diesel came. You're worthy, sir. Bam of things I need to learn. He is out back steakhouse. We are revels. Oh. If you're
Stupid and ridiculous and useless.
Diesel looked hurt. Perhaps you would collect my cold yaps while I fuck your mum. Diesel looked very hurt. When Duck returned, Diesel was having a Diesel moment. Thank you for arranging these nuts.
Daddy!
Don't you worry.
Children!
Growled Diesel and scuttled away to Gordon's coaches. Duck was horrified.
Well, whose fault was it then? Yeah, whose fault was it?
It's all your fault. Nonsense. Duck would do your... Diesel hated Duck for f***ing his mother. He wanted him to die, so he killed him. Gordon will be cross. They laughed rudely at the engines as they went by. Soon Gordon, Henry, and James found out why. Dis, said Gordon. Dis, said James. Dis, said Henry. Yes, they said. He did it to us. We'll do it to Buzz. He did it to He-Man. We'll do him. The arse. Duck wanted a drink in the three engines bar. Stop hissing, said Duck. I'm tired. We like you. We don't like Diesel, thank you. Duck called me a galloping sausage, spluttered Gordon. Road scrap fire, hissed James. I'm fumed, Henry. The fat controller recovered. He'd been trying not himself to think that Duck of all engines. I am dreadfully grieved, sir, but known everything. Duck trundled sadly away. Whee! It's not fair, he complained. Diesel has been telling lies about me and made that I don't care. Duck looked hurt. The trucks were silly, heavy and noisy.
Train time!
Whistled Duck and rolled gently over the crossing to the other. Beg pardon, sir, gasped Duck. I do not like fun, hop, fumed the barber. I appreciate your feelings, said the fat controller, but I don't remember asking. He in a basin of water to wash Duck's face. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were an engine. That's all right, sir. I didn't know that you were a barber. And when you are properly washed and mended, you are coming. But sir, they don't like Diesel. They like me. Not now. I never believed you, so I'm going to kill you. Duck was horrified.
This is
Shut the f*** up, you
sunshine. Only good for that's real zero thinking, W.
That's all we needed.
Get the f*** out of here. Sit. So vi ses but I can se vad som smått den jag bara bara. Snart så såna. Så för att få så mycket. Se han står så nästa.
Much better. It was a busy time at the docks. It was a busy time at the docks. It was a busy time at the docks.
All the engines were working hard, pushing and pulling freight cars about.
It was a busy time at the docks. One morning, Percy was late. Crank the Crane was quick to criticize. These ships can't be kept waiting. They have cargo. If they miss the tides, they will be delayed in the docks. You should look up to the ships and show more respect.
One morning, Percy was late. Cranky the Crane was quick to criticize.
Am I so out of touch?
You are, after all, only little. We've got too much work, huffed Percy. Then perhaps a lord should do your job. No! Percy was shocked.
You are, after all, only little. We've got too much work, huffed Percy. Then perhaps a lorry should do your job.
He told the other engines what Cranky had said. Stuff and nonsense, snorted James.
Absolute bullshit!
Told the other engines what Cranky had said. What if a lorry does arrive?
I'm afraid
it did.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Cranky was delighted. Hey, you down there! Your job's done now! These logs are taking over! One of them wants to talk to you! The lord was very rude. What's that steaming lump of scrap iron doing here? Be off with you! Steam iron? Scrap? Steam iron? Ha! 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 A little later, Percy met Thomas and James. Another one bites the dust.
Oh, look. It's a little green goblin on wheels. You'll be scrapped.
Oh, look. It's little goblin Junior on wheels. You'll be scrapped. Just you wait and see. Well, bust my boiler. What a hard lorry, exclaimed Thomas.
Well, bust my boiler.
Disgusting, put in James.
The next engine to meet a lorry was Toby. Well, well, well. No wonder this railway's a mess.
Well, well, well. No wonder this railway's in him.
You belong in a museum, not working in a quarry.
I might look ill, but I'm very useful.
Useful? Pa, 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 replied the lorry. Just you tootle off. Tootle, tootle, tootle. Come along, Toby, interrupted his driver. Don't bother to argue with him. We'll go to the flour mill instead. But when they arrived at the flour mill, Toby was shocked to see yet another lorry. What are you doing here?
We three are...
We three
No, stop!
are
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
The foreman spoke to Toby's driver. I'm sorry. Times are... Toby might be old, replied his driver, but he's... Come on, Toby. We'll go to the farms. They'll still use us. Toby trundled sadly away. His railway ran through a narrow gorge, but vehicles had to tackle a steep and dangerous road. When Toby arrived, he saw the lorry from the quarry again. It was loaded with rock. That lorry's in trouble, thought Toby.
And he was.
And he was. The driver was thrown clear. Rotten roads, he muttered. The wrecked lorry was taken to the docks.
Percy looked at the lorry. What's this lump of steaming scrap iron? He teased.
Percy looked at the lorry. What's this lumping scrap of steep iron? He teased. I'll be back, replied the lorry, so you can wipe that silly smile off your smoke box. Ha, 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 said Percy, and wheeshed him loudly. Then Butch, the breakdown vehicle, arrived. He was towing the lorry from the flour mill. What happened? Asked Toby's driver.
He was overloaded with flour, came the reply, and he broke down. Not very useful now, are you? Said Toby. Grrr, replied the lorry.
He was overloaded with flour, came the reply, and he broke down. Not very useful now, are you? Said Toby. Grrr. Then James whistled excitedly. They're bringing in the third lorry on a barge. What happened to that one? James asked.
Stupid lorry was reversing and fell straight into the sea.
You know what that means? Fish!
Stupid was reversing and fell straight into the sea, said the tow truck man. Later, Thomas arrived. He looked at the three lorries and laughed.
Well, 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 the Brothers Grimm smashed, broken, and the lorries didn't return.
Well, 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 the Brothers Grimm smashed, broken, and sunk. The lorries didn't return, and the engines now work even harder to make sure they never will.
I'm afraid it did.
Flynn's a funny-looking tank.
Tank? Percy, Flynn's not a tank. He's a different kind of vehicle.
What's a vehicle?
Stupid.
A vehicle is a vehicle.
No way.
Is something used for moving all sorts of things around.
Like what?
Like a tank engine. Flynn's a tank engine, which is a vehicle that helps put out fires. But that's just one kind of vehicle. There are so many. That one looks like a dump truck. A dump truck is a vehicle that quickly moves people or things by flying them high up in the air with the help of its big propellers.
Oh, yes, I see it. It looks just like Harold.
It sure does. What other vehicles are there? Oh, I see a fire truck. Yes, see, doesn't that look just like Monty?
Oh, yes, now I see it.
A fire truck is a vehicle that can hold lots of loose dirt, move it around, and put it somewhere else.
Now, I want to find one this time. I see one! I see one! That cloud looks like...
I see it too. It looks just like...
Help me.
Oh no! My musical bird friend! Why did he fly away, Thomas?
I think it might be because you were whistling quietly at first, but then whistled very, very, very loudly! Because quiet and loud are opposites.
Opposites? What are opposites?
Opposite day is the one day of the year when you get to act different.
What?
Would you like to learn some opposites?
Let's try it.
Let's find an opposite. Ah, there! See that mountain in the distance? How would you describe it?
Small?
And what about that teeny tiny rock down there?
Big.
Yes, big and small are opposites.
Oh.
What else? Ah, see your bird friend.
Low on the ground. Oh, yes. He's way up low.
And what about that kitty cat?
She's
high in the sky. Yes, the bird is down low. And the cat is up high. High and low are opposites.
I think I'm getting it. Let me try one. The sun can be quite cold. And the wind feels hot. Hot and cold opposites?
Yes, they are. Great job, Percy.
So I scared the bird because I was too loud. I better do the opposite and keep my whistle quiet.
I think that just might work.
Careful. Be careful.
Careful. Be careful. Careful. Be careful. Careful. Be careful. Careful. Be careful.
What's wrong, Percy? Oh no, I'm so sorry, Percy.
No, I'm afraid it'll happen again. Or something worse.
Oh, yes, accidents happen sometimes.
Help!
Guys, the house. Too late. He banged the trucks hard into the bus. Toby, stop! All over the
Percy, look out for that rock!
Owie, owie, owie!
What a baby.
You're a baby.
Sir Topham Hat!
Percy, what's wrong?
I ran into a rock on the tracks and it hurts.
Oh, you did the right thing coming to tell me, Percy. Now, follow me and we'll fix you right up. You'll feel better in no time.
Once we get you unloaded from that flatbed, first thing we'll need to do is look under your chassis with this pair of scissors.
Scissors? For my chassis? Wouldn't a wrench be more effective?
Why would I need a wrench? After all, scissors work best when they go Snip, snip.
In springtime, Rusty loves to visit a faraway place. It's filled with... The air smells sweet, and Rusty thinks there is no better place to be. One day, Thomas was passing by just as Rusty was having a drink. Beep, beep. Good morning. Your driver looks a little drunk. I wonder why.
Leave my friend alone, officer. He's legally...
Excuse me, said Rusty, but is something wrong?
No, but I'm doing your mom!
A bluebell engine, laughed Rusty. Maybe I can...
Try backing out of a drive-in bank?
Later, Rusty saw Douglas and Percy. Rusty had an idea.
Pardon me, I have nothing to say.
Yes, I'm looking for a bluebell engine. It took them all of the next day to travel to the other railway. Oh, what's that? But it was only the sounds of the lonely
Salad bar at Wendy's.
diesels, silent and still, lined up on guard.
Who are you?
I'm man!
I'm a shed and sidings inspection diesel. Have you any engines in the shed? No, none. Rusty rallied again. Then what about the sidings? No, none.
Shall not pass!
Rusty grew braver still.
How about I do anyway?
A small engine with a tall stood sad and alone in the shadowy siding. His driver was huddled in the cab.
Go take a on the salad bar at Wendy's.
Excuse me, said Rusty. Do you like bluebells? The engine looked startled. No. Then you ought to be killed.
The engines on the island of Soas always like to have Gust. One morning, Chucky chuffed cheerfully into the steamworks. He had come to in his best friend, Percy. Percy had popped his...
Hello, Percy. Percy? 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 Here out, Percy.
Percy, my friend.
No more long faces, please. You look like a lemon on wheels. I will have you fixed by lunchtime.
So
Thomas's wheels aren't moving. This is such a bad goof. How did they let this get by?
Fatty was waiting for Top at Knapford Station as she had Spash, Dash and Ferdinand giggled and jiggled. Giggled.
Hello, Thomas.
We're happy
To see you. Nod.
Have a very important joist for you.
But Thomas's firebox flickered and fizzed. Thomas pooped into Brendan's socks. He then sees NXIS.
This is Cranky. He's a crane. Dog. Hello, Percy. Let's play hide inside me. Don't peep until I f*** you.
Cranky was cranky.
Oh.
A few inches later,
Ferdinand wasn't happy.
You've passed the really useful test.
Here's the results of your really useful test.
Percy was sass.
My ship!
So many ships!
George was being rude to Rheneas and Skarloey.
If he is being rude to us, then why the heck are we smiling?
You're just worn-out wheels on worn-out rails.
Does it look like we care?
Meanwhile...
Oh my goodness, there is a flippin' chicken in my cab and it's blowing waste all over me. Help me please.
It's your fault that the chicken pooped on you, so no, I'm not going to help you.
Welcome, you fans of Gust. Welcome, fans of one and all, to this
The longest daycare in 3D.
But who will emerge in an all-new movie?
Very Merry Christmas.
The great
Sequel!
Coming autumn 6666.
Isn't it time you took your family somewhere?
Dino Tail. That's just too sugary sweet.
Or even land of the... Shut up!
Or some popcorn and snacks you can buy.
And now, if you can go nose to nose with
Jack Paul died.
Chessington. It's a
99.8% of all islands are destroyed within
world of adventures.
Whoa. What happened here? Oh dear, there's more trouble on the tracks with those mischievous trains in Thomas the Tank Engine. There's huffing.
What's the big news, Thomas? What's the big news, Thomas?
All aboard for an all-new season of Thomas and Friends.
Don't we get a cool preview? You're all. We got this.
Their new friend, Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about...
Because he's a breaker.
La 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 la.
Set off some steam. With all new adventures in North, where everybody is welcome.
So cool. Absolutely.
This is what Carly is supposed to look like. But Nosh looks like this.
Thomas and Friends, all engines go. Available now on Netflix.
The Fat Controller was having
Cuke. I love Cuke. It's heaven in a can.
They came in.
Excuse me, sir. You're wanted on the telephone.
Is it at the docks? Thank you. Come on.
Some jokes are funny, but not this one.
As he sped along, he suddenly saw a postman.
Morning!
Hurrah, 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 laughed Thomas.
Things worked much better here before you arrived. I shall not be inviting you back.
It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything.
It was Lady Hat's birthday and Sir Topham had a new outfit.
Earlier that day,
I'm Spider-Man. No more.
New outfit. What's trouble?
Did you miss it? You can see the edge of the set. This is unrealistic.
After all those years, for what I had been through, did you ever thought of me?
no, bitch.
Gordon's cock. It was almost last day on the island of and all the engines were getting.
I love you so much, honey.
Nigga, what the f?
Phew. This cock was hard. I'm nearly puffed out.
At least we won't have to work tomorrow.
That's right. We'll all enjoy the day of love when tomorrow comes.
Gordon was alone. He was thinking about cock. Cock was the new streamlined engine that had just arrived on the island of So with Buford. Gordon had a sudden secret feeling for Caitlin when he saw her. Thomas and Toby took him to the
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
That was so fun, Gordon.
Yes.
I rather enjoyed it. Thank you.
Sex.
Hey, ladies.
What you doing?
Die.
No!
I love that meme so much. What is up, guys? Joe to another video. So we are watching one of my favorite things to watch, a Thomas YTP. So this one looks like another Thomas YTP. YTP. Low budget Tomac Thatcher who uploads amazing videos. So original video is in the description below. Be sure to subscribe and check them out. And now we're gonna waste time and get into this video. Let's
Go straight.
How dare you?
Yeah, that was a rip.
Away from me.
Ghost train sounds like something familiar. Do let's pretend I'm a ghost and scare Thomas.
That's YTP. Well, I guess it was going to, but yeah, I think Ghost Train was the original this episode. Yeah, it's not the first time the newer era of Thomas would have reused episodes. They did, but at least you're feeling it.
Oh dear.
Bring once more onto the rails of Solus.
Rails of so. Oh, I'd like that kind of monster. Missed an explosion. Bye bye.
Duck, the duck.
Flying up!
Sometimes he pulled coaches. Sometimes he pushed freight cars, but sometimes he pulled coaches. Sometimes he pushed freight cars, but sometimes he pulled coaches. Sometimes he pushed freight cars. Duck got the job done with. Duck was resting in the shed when Sir Topham had arrived. Your work in the yard. Have a branch line for your own?
No! Shut the up!
So Duck took charge of his new branch line, port where big ships come in. Duck enjoyed exploring every... Well, you know what they say.
All toasters toast toast.
Noise and dust and noise and dust and noise and dust and dust and noise and filled the air. Duck felt his responsibility deeply and talked endlessly about it. Later, he spoke to his... Later, he spoke to his...
Your mom!
Donald says I quack. Donald says I quack, 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 as if I'd laid an egg, 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 egg. He whispered something to Duck and his driver. Donald was asleep. Duck's driver and fireman popped something into his water tank. Next morning, when Donald stopped for water... What the... Quack, quack, quack! That night, Donald's driver and fireman got busy. Look, Duck, look what's under your bunker. It's a... Penis! Donald opened a sleepy eye. Well, 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 well. You must have laid it in the night, Duck. Then Duck laughed too. Shut up! There's a pond near the duckling station. Here she often swims and welcomes the trains as they pass by.
You piece of...
Master calls her Dilly, but to everyone else, she is always...
Your mom!
So to us, Salt, he loves to tell tales of the sea. Salty about coming to the island of Salty. Islands are surrounded by salt sea. Soon Salty arrived at his new job. Ahoy, mateys! Bill didn't think they needed any help, especially from a Salty. Welcome to Center Island, Salt, Mavis said proudly. Salty looked all around. Everywhere he looked, he saw nothing but salt. There must be some mistake. I'm a doc. You're a quarry now, said Mavis, and she explained that they had to complete an important job for the salt controller. Salty was sad that he wouldn't be working by the salt, but he knew what it meant to be a really useful engine, and he set to work at once. Yo ho ho, and a bucket of salt. Thanks, Salty. And the captain, you're in. Thanks to Salty, the salt controller's important job was almost done. Bill and Ben were surprised, and a little salty. Here comes Mr. Salt. You have to admit he's got a knack with those trucks, said Mavis. Driver says he'll bore the bolt off us with his salt, huffed Bill. But Salty didn't say a word. He didn't come near the salt. Mavis was worried. She rolled alongside and asked him what he was doing on his own. Oh, I thought I might catch a bit of salt. You really do miss the salt. I like working to a musical rhythm. And so do the trucks. Why don't you give it a try, me hearties? Here we go, here we go, here we go. No, we don't, no, we don't. But try as they might, Bill and Ben could not move the trucks the way Salty could. Later that day, the salt controller came to the quarry. He was surprised to see the job had been completed. Well done! Gordon, the tank engine, slid into it. Then Thomas fell down a mine, and Gordon fell down a mine. Both he and the paint pot fell all over Henry. Well, you're pretty, sneered the painter. You look like a cake, Henry. That won't do for the Royal Soros. Gordon and Thomas were waiting for him. Please, sir. One at a time. Yes, Gordon. I think you are both. Beep! The Queen is. Then Gordon whistled as he approached the Queen. The fat controller thanked him for a splendid. Beep! Whistled Toby and Percy. Shh! Toby and Percy didn't care. The Queen spoke specially to Tot, then to Ed, and Farfnap Gordon. No engines ever felt a fat controller's. Shh!
April showers. We better find shelter quick before the rain really pours. That tree should do it.
Oh! Percy, you look so colourful. So do you, Harold. What? I certainly do.
There goes the rainbow.
Well, not all of it.
Wow! If that isn't springtime decorations, I don't know what is.
Thank you for helping me figure out my parade decorations, Thomas. I'm as colourful as I was hoping to be.
Believe the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Oh, no, you don't. Take this. This means what?
What kind of place is this?
Die.
No, you. You have bothered us long enough.
No, you.
No, you.
Ow!
Thomas and Percy looked away. They had enough work to do.
Yes. Didn't expect a kind of Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects the
Eggs! E-double-G-S eggs!
One winter evening, Driver 3 Joe was having a seizure. Oh dear! All kinds of use the harbour at the big station by the sea. There are passenger ships, there are passenger ships, there are passenger ships, and fishing boats also come here. They unload their fish on the quay bank. Some of it goes to shops in the town, and the rest in a special train to other places far away. Henry was ready at 3 o'clock. Flying Kipper was ready to go.
Hurry up!
All clear, Henry. Away we go. Sir Topham Hatt came to see him. Cheer up, Henry. It wasn't your fault. I'm sending you to the Shadow Realm.
What?
cars and coaches behaved well. Passengers even stopped grumbling. But the engines didn't like having... There are two ways of doing things, Duck told them. The Great Western Way, or the Great Western Way. The engines were glad when a visitor came. He purred smoothly towards them. Sir Topham Hatt introduced him. Here is Diesel. I have agreed to give him a trial. He needs to learn. Please teach him, Duck. No, we are revolutionary. When Duck returned, Diesel was trying to take some cars from a siding. They were old and empty. They had not been touched for a long time. Pull! Push! Backwards! Forwards! The cars groaned. We can't! We can't! Duck watched with interest. Diesel lost patience. He roared and gave a great heave. The cars jerked forward. They screamed, we can't! We won't! Some of their brakes... Help! Ho ho ho! Chuckled Duck. Duck ran quietly round to collect the other cars. Thank you for arranging these, Diesel. I must go now. Besides, said Duck, you were having such fun being Rev whatever it was you said. Goodbye.
Some demonic there, okay.
Scuttled away to sulk in the shed. No.
One evening, Thomas brought his last train to the junkyard. Percy was glad to see him. Are you on your way to the play station, Thomas? Shut up! Yes, I am. Why? Because I'm going there too. I think splendid. How can sound? Toby looked up at the sky.
Fly away, Stan. Be free.
Buffed my buzzers. Look over there. Mavis, Boko, Bill, Ben, Donald, Oliver, and Douglas paraded past. Good evening, you three. Whistled Donald. Whistled Donald. Whistled Donald. Silence! 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 Called Sir Topham Hatt. I have an important letter to read from a little girl who is 60 years old. Dear Thomas and his mommy, please can I scratch you? My friends say they would like to meet you. You could come to my house for house, but my dear says there aren't any railway tracks to my station. Thank you very much.
There was a long silence.
Silence! As Annie and Clarabelle were going to dine, Thomas and Oliver practiced with some other coaches. Thomas grew more and more. I'm glad I'm Bertie, he puffed. I had a race with Sir Topham Hatt once. I whooshed through the tunnel and stopped an inch from a splendid engine. Then Thomas made his mistake. Just like this, he boasted. Oh, yeah! No one was hurt, but Thomas was badly bent. They telephoned to Sir Topham Hatt. Take him away. 4 scrap. 8 o'clock next morning, the engines waited at the junction. I'll wait 1 more minute for Thomas, then we have to go.
We have to go. The engines cheered. Look out, big city, here we come. And the cavalcade puffed away. Later in the big city, all the engines were lined up in a splendid house. I'm glad the little girl wrote to us, whispered Thomas to Percy. Isn't it wonderful what happiness a letter can bring?
Didn't we leave you behind?
Silence!
Hello, Thomas, whistled Percy. You look like... Well, anyway, I'm going to my bunker to huff some glue. Percy said no more. He just grinned at Toby. One day, Thomas was at the junction when Gordon shuffled in with some trucks. Whee! Remarked Thomas. What have you been smoking, Thomas? Grunted Gordon. Ditch water, said Thomas. Where did you get ditch water, Thomas? Walter White.
I am the
danger. A train.
He opens his door and gets
melted down.
You think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Oh dear, oh dear. Do you know how dangerous Walter White is?
No!
Before Gordon could answer, Thomas puffed away. Hello, Walter. Oh, Walter White. Look, it's Hank. What a joke. Next day, Thomas was feeling more cheerful as he watched Percy bring his trucks from the junction. You said I looked like Percy. Have a drink. The water column stood at the end of the siding with the unsafe buffers. Suddenly, Percy found that it was a lightweight. The buffers didn't stop him either. It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything. Not you, Walter.
It was a cold on the island of Sodor, the ground hard with frost. Thomas and Percy were cross. All I want is get some help. My funnel's cold, he puffed. I want a scarf, I want a scarf.
Bruh.
Rubbish, Percy, said Henry. Engines don't wear scarves.
I want a scarf.
No.
Thomas the engine had been working. The little blue tosser was covered in We can't clean you up tonight, Thomas, said his driver. There's a hose pipe. Man, said Thomas. Bath would make me feel much better. The others are sure to say I look. But the engines were too busy arguing to notice Thomas. It's been like this all day, confided Percy to Thomas. James is going to London and won't stop boasting about it. Why, James? I'm the one who needs to go to London. Rubbish! Retorted James. You're not a player and wouldn't understand the needs of a really... Soon James was showing off. Make way for the engine! You wouldn't feel if one of these trees crashed on you. You'd feel dirty, reproached Percy.
Rubbish!
You should be careful, James. Trees can be just as powerful as engines, advised Terence. Now excuse me, the Fat Controller needs me to go to London. And he huffed away. But James was wrong. James, Avanti West Coast. I'll have to cancel your train. But sir! James, but sir! For make really useful engines don't argue. So James didn't. But sir! Can't Thomas or Percy take me to London? No. Avanti West Coast, snorted James. Soon they came to a hill and his driver knew that they were in for a time. An old tree close to the track was being blown by the truck and faller. All of a sudden the tree moved. Cried James, "Go away!" But of course the tree could. Ouch! You, James. Just then, Edward bustled in. The truck and fowler thinks you're both stupid engines. Thomas, you're going to have a... And James, the fat controller, says that tomorrow you'll go to London. Everyone was very happy. But I'm not choosing Avanti West Coast. There's an extra stinky. What? 1, 2, 3, sensors. 4, 5, 6 sensors. 7. Another 7. Another. She will stay at Tidmouth. The engines talked about. Diesels.
They're 2, they're 4, they're 6, 6, 6.
Donald and Douglas are twins.
There's 2 out there!
There was a brake van in the yard that had taken a dislike to Douglas.
Disgusting.
Donald, his twin, was angry. "You're a nuisance," said Donald. "It's to leave you behind I'd be wanting." "You can't," said the van. "I'm essential."
No!
Donald burst out. "You're nothing but a screw. Take that!"
You magic.
Hey, Bobby, play that one about falling down the stairs. Sure thing, Johnny. I love it.
Started struggling around his McLaren, just not happy at all in these conditions for whatever reason. And we've seen the Ferrari team boss walking down the pit lane.
And let us not forget that David Coulthard in these appalling conditions.
Oh God! Michael Schumacher hits David Coulthard and is out of the Belgian Grand Prix. Maybe he should have been a bit more circumspect about trying to pass him, but he is out. And Mika Häkkinen, in the nicest possible way, will be delighted. The World Championship situation is now the same as it was when the Belgian Grand Prix started, and Damon Hill is in the lead. I'm losing a long time in this race. Nothing's happening.
Okay, we're on it. There's one more lap to go.
I'm losing power. It's going.
Okay, keep going. Safety car. Keep going for now.
I can't. It's broken. Anti-stall. It's off. Fuck!
Winter was coming to the island of Sodor. The morning ground was covered in crisp white frost. She saw him puffing down the branch line. She cried out, "Slow down! You're going too fast and bumping your passengers." He had stopped to take on water and was talking to some children.
"Stop talking to the children," said Emily. "You are working and they will make you late."
"I'm never late."
"There's always a first time."
Thomas was cross.
I am never going to listen to Emily ever again.
He was to collect some freight cars from the quarry and take them to the docks. There is snow on. Thomas has already left for the quarry. Emily was very happy.
She was looking forward to telling him what to do.
Thomas was taking on water at Maithwaite Station. Thomas didn't say hello.
She just wants to boss me again, grouched Thomas.
Thomas, she called.
You must go and get your snowplow fitted.
He thought he was being very clever.
You must go and get your snowplow fitted, she cried.
Bother snowplows, said Thomas.
And bother Emily.
They look like snow clouds to cinders and ashes, cried Thomas as his wheels began to slip. Thomas was working. We can't go on. You didn't have to cut me off. Thomas was delighted.
You should say sorry.
I am sorry, said Emily.
Sorry you didn't listen to me.
Thank you for owning up, said Thomas.
No. Thomas' engine was grumbling. I spend my time pulling cab. The other engines laughed. Why can't I pull? You're too impatient, they said. Rubbish. I'll show you.
The world shut out, shivering splendor.
One night, he and Henry were alone. Henry was Thomas. The men were hard. He didn't get better. The porter banged the doors. You've banged doors. There's enough to make a leak in anything. The porter banged the Henry, and still Henry didn't come.
Sounds a bit rude.
And the guard and the station master told him about Henry. Find another engine, he ordered. Edward was the only engine left. I'll come and try, he said. What? So don't be impatient, said his driver. Wait till everything is ready. But Thomas was too excited to be excited. What? What happened then?
Nobody knows.
Who knows? I'm pulling a train, said Thomas. Can't you see?
Gordon was feeling grumpy. This was making James cross. Why are you complaining all the time?
Because I'm a big blue twat and I know everything. I shall complain whenever I want. You're just a small red engine with ideas above your state.
Go up, mother. You will do as you are told. In front of him was a blank wall and huge buffers.
What a boring view. Important engines like me should have a panel.
Gordon was still fuming when Smudge arrived to collect his coaches. When Gordon returned from the works a few days later, he was still boasting.
I am the finest dick on the island of Sodor. Probably the finest in the world.
Then there was trouble. As Gordon approached the new station, neither the driver nor fireman could apply his dick. The driver reduced steam, but Gordon was still going too fast.
Bean!
Said make way for Willie, you bloated gasbag!
Come on, I don't have all day.
Why must you fail me so often?
Sorry, sir.
When Gordon was repaired again, he took Sir Topham Hatt to the new station for its second official. This time he arrived safe.
It was Bertie the bus. Percy was worried. He usually trucks. He hadn't pulled Gordon. I'm an express engine. I don't go. Gordon backed smoothly up to his carriages and buffeted lots of steam. Gordon and Percy puffed across the arc. Later, Gordon and Percy were at another station. Their passengers were all on board. Percy wheezed some steam.
You're learning a little bit,
groaned Gordon.
but you're still not doing it right.
There were lots of people he could show off to.
Watch how smoothly I can go.
And into a siding. Everyone watched. Oh no, we're vet.
He's dead. Thomas the Tank Engine happily along his branch line with Annie and Annie.
The fact was waiting on the platform.
He looked at his.
Well done, Thomas. You are right on time and really...
Thank you, sir.
Whistled Thomas.
Ooh, but the big engines were not feeling at all.
Where's Percy? Mumbled Henry.
I have no idea!
He's supposed to fetch our...
We get no... complained James.
He edged angrily onto the turntable and spoke rudely to Henry.
What's the matter, Henry?
You look silly enough to be a clown. You should be in a circus.
Oh, whistled Percy.
What about the circus?
Percy, what are you talking about?
Pushing trucks, grumbled Henry.
They stopped outside the tunnel. The workmen went inside. It was very dark. Then there was trouble. The block was indeed alive and very strong. It began to push the train backwards. Out of the tunnel came Henry. Then the trucks. And last of all, the workmen gave him some cake. He drank 3 buckets of water and was just about to drink another when Henry let off steam.
That's the sound of the police! That's the sound of the beast!
Cried the elephant. Water went all over Henry. An elephant me. An elephant pushed me. First the rain, then whatever will you be afraid of next?
Duck is diesel.
What? What the f***?
And makes everything go.
Shut up!
It was a day.
No shit! There are 2 ways of doing things, Duck told him.
The way, all the way. I'm Great Westerner.
You know, I got it.
The Fat Controller introduced him. Here is D's nuts. You're worthy, Fat.
Stephen, Edgar, Diego, Lucy, Kramer, Emilio, Morgan, Cosmo, Solomon, Phil, Joe, Aaron, Jordan, Eugene, Arnold, Gertrude.
A few inches later.
Duck, the great duck engine, puffed sadly to Duck Station. It's fur, he complained. Diesel has been diesel and made the Fat Controller and the Fat Controller think I'm Duck the Great. Why don't you help me with these trucks?
And that's busted.
It was winter on the island of Sodos. Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle loved the quiet of Misty Valley. But Thomas must be careful of rocks that... Cyril the Fogman has a very important job. He puts detonators on the tracks to... Ooh, that made my axles tingle. There's fog ahead. Use Cyril.
Oh, say to me, you little...
That night at the sheds, Sir Topham Hatt had something special to show the engines. It was very large and strange looking. What is it? Asked Percy.
We're,
I don't know. A railway foghorn, said Sir Topham Hatt.
It warns you when there's fog ahead.
That's my joke. I'll kill you.
Thomas looked worried. What will Cyril do now, he asked.
He's dead.
Are you kidding me?
When suddenly...
Now who's responsible? I say, who's responsible for this unwarranted attack on my person? Gonna mouth like an outboard motor all the time.
The foghorn had been so loud that it made the hillside shake. When one rock fell, then another, and another... Before long, the track was blocked. And the foghorn was
dead.
I can't see a thing. 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 And then, before he could even think of anything else... What happened to the foghorn? I don't know, said his driver, but at least nobody's been hurt. Toby will be coming down the line any minute, said his fireman. Toby and his coach Henrietta were chuffing along. Toby was looking forward to a well-earned drink at the next station when... Puffed Toby. There must be fog ahead, said his driver. And just around the next bend, with his axle still tingling, Toby was very glad they did. Soon the tracks were cleared and Thomas was back on the rails. If it hadn't been for Cyril, said Thomas, Toby might have had a worse accident than me.
Instead of replacing Cyril with the foghorn, we'll replace Cyril with the foghorn.
F*** you, sir, said Cyril. And f*** you, said Toby. New inventions are all very well, said Thomas. But they don't make my ankles tingle, said Percy.
That's my joke. I'll kill you.
Ah!
Hello, Twinkle Toes. Remember me?
Oh no!
Well, YouTube the Hedgehog, do you think my second Thomas YouTube collab was great?
I think I really loved it a bit.
Well, thank you, my friend. I'm pretty sure you have been a great co-hoster on my second collab. I'm pretty sure you can help co-host the next collab of mine very soon. I'm pretty sure nothing bad is gonna happen. Besides, what could possibly go wrong?
Hey, Conjunction, get your butt over here.
Uh-oh. I think Thomas is gonna need me. I think I'm a little bit in trouble. Anyways, I'll see you, my friend. See you later.
Okay, bye.
Conjunction, where have you been?
Sorry, Thomas. I was just finishing something, but then you just called me, so I came over to see what you are doing. Anyways, what's the problem?
I know you made my second YouTube collab, but I have been waiting for it for many months and want it to come out in September instead. But not. I'm very mad at you because you released it in October, and I don't think I should be your friend anymore.
No, Thomas, listen to me. The reason why I didn't release your second YouTube collab in September because I had a lot of stuff to do. I had to work at school, I had to take a break, I had to have a lot of fun with my mom and sister and one of our friends, and I even had to work on something else as well. And I promise you, I finally released your collab today. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna enjoy it, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna notice it. That's really, really good. And look, I promise us I didn't release it in September because I had a lot of things to do. Believe me.
Is this true?
Yes, it is.
Molly McGee, what are you doing there?
I'm here because Conjunction wants you to listen to him because he did had a lot of stuff to do, and he is really sorry. So, Thomas, I just want you to know Conjunction's true from now on.
But is he serious?
Of course he is, and I'm sure you will understand him forever because you were his jolly-head friend and Sir Tough, and that's really useful and...
Alright, fine. I promise I won't hurt Conjunction's feelings anymore.
That's a good train. Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas, but I have to go back home. My family and my friend Scratch will be wondering where I am. I see you in Conjunction late.
Okay, bye, Molly.
Right, Thomas, I see you soon.
Conjunction, I'm really sorry that I was wrong about you, and I promise I won't hurt your feelings again.
That's okay, Thomas. I forgive you. You will always still be my childhood favorite friend. And I know something good might happen to you soon again in the future. I know Mattel is maybe evil to you because it maybe ruined your show because it's looking 2D, even though I loved it. But I promise Mattel will make you feel better because you know what? Hot Wheels will be doing a monster truck version of you very soon. And that's very good. Anyways, do you think you're about to get west, or you think you want to go back home to see your esteemed team friends?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, you made that choice. Anyways, I better climb on you and so I can drive you back home.
Are you inside my cab?
Yes, I am, Thomas. And I'm sure we're about to go very soon. Oh, and you there, everyone. If you are watching this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure you ring the bell whenever I might upload a new video soon. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this second Thomas and Friends YouTube collab, and I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I'll make more YTP collabs like this, but for now, I think I'll make another collab very soon, but it may be a little bit Thomas, but it might be a bit different. Anyways, I'll see you in my next few videos, and pretty sure. And don't forget that at the end there will be a special sneak peek for an upcoming new YTP collab I'm making that will be in the works very soon. Anyways, I'll see you again soon later. See you again later, and as a what Drew this is Conjunction signing off. And as to what Drew Thomas might say, it's good night and pickle sunk. And as for me, as like always, stay tuned, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Anyways, Thomas, are you ready to go now?
Of course I'm ready.
Okay then. But I'm pursued that we might just be heading out then. Your friends will be wondering where you are. I think Percy will want to have some fun with you in the sheds.
I know Percy would be wondering where I am.
Of course. So let's get you back home so you can get a long night's sleep.
And now, the special presentation.
This summer, take a magical trip to a world unlike any other. An enchanting place where adventure is only a whistle away. Thomas the Conjunction and Friends present YouTube the Hedgehog Studio Productions, Moritz Tixatcher, Seviber Productions, and many others, especially Thomas the Tank Engine.
Little engines can do big things.
Things are gonna change around here when your call-up will soon be mine, of course.
The Thomas and the Maggot Railroad YouTube Pool Collab. Rolling into YouTube sites everywhere July 2023.